So hard. Always so hard to know when it starts. When does it start? I can't tell when these streams ever start. It says upcoming here. Notify me. So hard. Streaming now. Always so hard to know when it starts. When does it start? That's not a necessary window. Things can continue without that. And here we go. So I'm now in the 9th round. I've added some things to the sheet. People were asking what that I heard would be a good features. So let me talk about the players who've been drafted since I took Zach Wheeler. Sonny Gray has been drafted. Sonny Gray was drafted in the 8th round, 2nd pick. Willie Adames. Willie. Oh, that's a hard spelling. That's the one that I have the autofill. Let's see. I was actually the 14th pick. Just got back from getting the kids from school. That's why I have the sheet to be able to check in and out. Jose Altuve has been picked. So you'll see as these people are put in, they remove themselves from the other sheet. Shane Bieber. Okay. Yeah, there we go. So now we're up to date. I should switch out some of them. I see some small adjustments I can make. So that is here for me. These guys will fill in as it calculates. My last pick was Diaz, and I really should just take another picture right here. I see team number 3 is taking 4 pictures here. That is a smart ploy. He was probably hoping to get back to a 5th right here. I'm hoping to get back to a 6th right here because I'm going to take another picture. Because then look at the entire rest of the draft that's open. Well, the only thing I would maybe consider right now is position scarcity, 3rd baseman. And he's been taken because I was going to take Novelli Marte. Oh, there's Jordan Westberg. How much better is he than Matt Chapman? Not that much better than Isaac Brady's. Not that much better. Matt Shaw, Addison Barger, Rice Lewis, you're in the dregs down here. Murakami, not doing that. Caleb Durbin. Okay. There's something I could really get into right there. I could really get into punting that 3rd base all the way down to Caleb Durbin. Pick 229. That would be, means I would be desperate for it. So I'd probably take it here at 220. And I'd have 2 more pitchers. I would have to get a 2nd baseman in there somewhere. I see Westberg's 140. What's that pick number? 141. How many 3rd basemen have gone out in front of me here? So that would be coming back. Set it to my team right here. Actually, that would be pick 140, 147. Pick 147. Come back to me. Who's down at 147? It's nobody. We're going to get another pitcher in here. Yanier Diaz. He doesn't hit for... Oh. Dang. There's Holiday. Adele could be an outfielder I would take there on ADP. Marseille, I might jump a little bit. There's a 6th arm right there. There's Lawrence Butler at 140. We're going to miss on an outfielder. There's no outfielder to get right here. All these outfielders will be gone on the way back, except maybe Joe Adele. Almost rather have him than Lawrence Butler, to be honest with you. Jordan Westberg. If you miss on Jordan Westberg right now, man, what is the deal with Jordan Westberg? Who's he at the next 3rd baseman? He's not that much better than Matt Chapman, who hit Barger. He's not that much better than Barger. Don't spend money on a 3rd baseman here. I think the move is to pick 124. I mean, Lodolo should be the move. I'm talking myself out of Lodolo. I got a share of him already. Teosa Hernandez should be the move, but I talked myself out of that. Pete Fairbanks is not doing that dance. Michael Bush. Man, he is going to be good. Could that be my 1st baseman? Is he that much better than the next first baseman down? No, because I can get those 30 bombs somewhere else, and that 250 average don't particularly impress me. I think I should go for the upside of the Miz. Or do I take like... Do I take one of these guys out of order? I'm going to go the Miz. I got no shares of the Miz. I'll have 5 starters. Then I will just, I could like, I know of some sneaky 6th RP, 6th late. Yeah, I'm going to take the Miz. I already passed on him on the last one. Give me the Miz. That might be a bad pick, but I'm going to take him. Okay, took him, Jacob Mizlowski. Okay, he's in there. Let's see how that calculates out. I think that's technically a bad pick. By my calculations, I believe that to be in the red pick. But we will see. I do like it though. On vibes, I like it. On team build, I like it. On construction, I like it. Okay, cool. Pick value, not that bad. Pick value came in okay there. Sweet. Where's this generator from? Okay. Well, so I put that thing in that was asked for. So, let's say you want to go just you want to go to put your teams in right here. First of all, let's say you want to get 0 on your projector. Okay, so if you want to get 0 on your projector, you can set this to 0, and these are the secondary numbers, because the first numbers that come in will be those other numbers from the other calculator. It reads from the numbers set in this area, so it'll read from these numbers first, and then it'll read from these numbers second as to what ratios you want to mix here for your averages. And so that works. So right now, this is calculating everything through. Let's see. So I'll go to saying, see, now I've set it to, when I don't give it a value here for the parallax, it'll take parallax, no value. It'll take that 0 value from the other side now. When I don't give it any value here for steamer, it'll take the 0 value from the other side. And now you'll see this just get recalculated to nothing but fan graphs. So you see it's calculating, it's taking a while. I do need a new computer. This is actually an Intel-based Macintosh, so I do need a new computer. But you will see that's what everybody's trying to do right now, is right there. So it'll recalculate through. It'll show you just the steamer, and it'll show you steamer. I mean, it's just a fan graph depth chart is what I set to now. It takes a second because it's a lot of data to crunch through. But you'll see it all filtered through here, and your rankings won't change that much because the data is not that much different. But see, everything is now just the fan graphs projection mix. So the only projections in there are now just what fan graph says. So I don't like that. I'm a one-on-one man, so I go one-on-one. So we'll let it respool. I'm a mix man. I'm a smooth data dude. Smooth data shows more bumps. So there you go. Boom. And then also, you'll see it recalculating now. It's going to spool it all back through, going to shoot it from the parallax to the projector to everything, going to bring it back over, going to put it here so you can see it, going to recalculate these Z ranks and pick values, everything based upon that new input of what information you want it to use. And then it just shoots it all the way back through. It puts it back. It computes everybody else's team. It computes your team. It puts them into this standings calculator. It gives you the standings. Computes a couple of different values, just random things I thought might be helpful. Okay, but that's what I just added with this custom projections mixer. So that's on there now. And if you want to go like 10 parts parallax, you could put that on there. I think I put these as checkboxes. Yeah, you could put these as whatever. You set them to none, and it'll read off the other value. So this is player name. So this is another thing. I do it, as you saw, starting where I keep up on the draft live so that I know what the other team is doing. But you don't have to do that. So if you just want to keep up with your guys, say your catcher, you can just type your guys in and it'll autofill. So Yanier Diaz, and say your 2 catcher is JT. JT Realmuto, and say your first baseman is Vlad. So it'll throw him in there. All right, it'll put him into here. You see him shoot over there. Now this is just done by position, but this will fill. This position will just fill down 1 through 23 because it's kind of a dummy fill in if you just want to get your thing. If you're not keeping up with the draft order. But it's also useful for, say, like you're like, okay, this guy in position 4, Joe Ryan, maybe instead of Joe Ryan, I should have taken Robbie Ray. So you go, okay, let me see, how would my calculations be if I took Robbie Ray there? And you put Robbie Ray right there, and now all of Robbie Ray's data comes across, not Joe Ryan's. So it's kind of useful. So that's how it works. Anyway, made that pick, and yeah, I gotta come back around. Really happy with all these mid-arms. I don't know if you see my strategy this year is mid-arms. Took a flyer there on the Miz. Feel like he finished strong. Got enough mid-balance. Got enough of these guys who are gonna pop off with better ratios. It'll be all right. Lead the league in strikeouts is something you should try to do with the Gladiator. All right, real good.